Hello students, so welcome to this session of data interpretation and logical reasoning. I have picked a CAT 25 DILR set, and the lesson that I want to teach you is that this was a difficult set. However, in such sets, you can mark couple of questions, mark the answers to couple of questions and move ahead. Why? Because this was a difficult set, but the answers were limited in range. Now, what do I mean by limited in range? That you will understand very shortly. So let us look at the set first. This was the set. You can stop the video and try attempting it once, right? But the purpose is not to give you the solution that you will find umpteen number of solutions on the YouTube. But the purpose is to address that core issue of students, whether I should attempt or leave a set. Right. So let us read the question. Alia, Badal, Clive, Dilshan, and Ehsan played a game in which each ask a question to all others and they respond by tapping their feet, either once, twice, or thrice. One tap means yes, two tap means no, and three tap means maybe. A total of 40 taps were heard across the five questions. Each question received at least one yes, one no, and one maybe. All right. Uh, okay. The following information is known. Alia tapped a total 6 times and received 9 taps to her question. She responded yes to the question asked by both Clive and Dilshan. So Alia tapped a total of 6 times. In every question, Alia should have tapped, right? So how can I get 6 by the combination of 1, 2, and 3? How can I get 6? 1, 2, and 3 is one combination, but then in one question she should have said 0, but that's not possible, right? So the only way to get 6 is 1, 1, 2, 2 across four questions. Remember, we have to look across four questions. If Alia says maybe in any one of the question, then 6 cannot happen. So 6 can only happen this way. She responded yes to the question asked by Clive and Dilshan. Dilshan and Ehsan tapped a total of 11 and 9 times respectively. This Dilshan responded no to Badal. Now we also look at this number. Dilshan tapped 11 times. How can somebody come at 11? The only way to come at 11 is 3, 3, 3, and 2. The maximum that Dilshan could have tapped, because tapping is only allowed in other questions, right? So there are four chances of tapping. So Dilshan, anybody could have maximum tapped 12 times, right? 3, 3, 3, 3. That's the maximum tap that anybody can do. Dilshan has done 11, so that means 3, 3, 3, 2. That's one inference that we can take. Badal, Dilshan, and Ehsan received equal number of taps to their respective question. Now, this is different, right? There are two things. So, one is how many taps a person is receiving for the question, and one is how many total taps a person has done, and that is with respect to other people question. No one responded yes more than twice. No one answers to Alia's question matched the answer that Alia gave to that person's question. This was also true for Ehsan. Now, this kind of things are slightly challenging, but they also help us to solve the question. Clive tapped more times than Badal. We need to understand total taps is 40. Right? Clive tapped more times than Badal. Now, we have been given this information that Alia have tapped 6 times, right? And we have been given information that Dilshan and Ehsan, they have tapped 11 and 9 times. So total 26 taps have already occurred. And now only two people's taps are remaining, Clive and Badal. So between them, they would have tapped 14 times. Between them, they would have tapped 14 times. And it is given that Clive tapped more times than Badal. Then automatically Clive is greater than 7 and Badal is less than 7. Okay. Now look at the question. How many taps did Clive receive for his question? Okay. Which two people tapped an equal number of times in total? So we know that Alia and Badal, Clive and Ehsan, Alia has tapped 11 times, 6 times, and Ehsan 9 times. Dilshan is what? 11 times. Badal and Dilshan is 11 times. So Badal cannot tap that, but we will come to that. What was Clive's response to Ehsan's question? Again, something related to What could be his response? No, maybe. So it's not a data question. How many yes response were received all across the question? Now, this type of question requires a lot of inference. We have done a lot of inference anyways. Right? So these are the questions that we have seen. Now, if I fit it in my structure, whether I should attempt it or not, can I immediately visualize the representation? Yes. What kind of representation will happen here? This kind of questions you would have solved several times. Few people rating each other is always arranging same people in column and rows and what they have responded, right? So this, it will be this kind of arrangement: A, B, C, D, E in the columns and A, B, C, D, E in the rows, and then marking that what have they responded. So for example, A has tabbed or given B to given yes to B's question. So here one will come. That kind of table will be there. Is the data manageable? I don't know. 5 entities, 4 responses looks a big number, but at least good part is that few inferences we have detected. 6 is the minimum score. A would have tapped 1, 1, 2, 2. These are the things, kind of things that we have already deduced. Difficulty, how much effort before the first answer? Looks a lot. But the good thing is theta questions have very limited range of answers, right? So we know that what could be the possible set of answers here. It is restricted to 3 taps, 1, 2, and 3, and the total taps that a person has done. So overall, something around 2.5 kind of set. So this fits in well. Deduction fits in well. Here I'm a bit doubtful. Here I'm lot doubtful about what is the set like, but I should give it some time because deductions have been right. So let us now solve the question, and I'm not going to solve the complete question. I will be solving 2, 3 easy questions and moving ahead. Right. So here it is given this A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E. So in the rows, I am arranging the number of taps that have been given, and in the columns, number of taps that a person has received, right? So always draw such kind of tables that will help you. So here, the first thing you should do is mark hyphen. A against A, A would have not given any answer to his own question, so mark hyphen. Now it is given that A has marked 6, A has tabbed 6 times, D has tabbed 11 times, and E has tabbed 9 times. So the remaining 14 taps out of 40, total taps have to be 40. The remaining 14 taps are divided between B and C, but it is given that C is greater than B. That means C is greater than 7 and B is less than 7. We also know that less than 6 taps are not possible. So B should have given 6 taps. Why less than 6 taps are not possible? Because 4 different times a person has to tap, and the minimum a person can tap is 1, right? And a person is not given more than 2 ones. So remaining time, 2 twos can come. That's the minimum that a person can do, right? So 6 is here, and the remaining 8 would be here. So you can answer one question: which two people, Alia and Badal, they have um, scored the same number, right? The other is the question that you can answer is about Clive, the first question, right? So what that was asking is the score of how many tabs did Clive receive for his question. So let us see. Number of times that A has tabbed is 11, and it is given that B, D, and E all have tapped equal number of times. Let me take them as A. So according to this, what happens is 3A plus 9 is equals to 40. That means 3A is equals to 31. Sorry, there is also C here. C plus 3A plus 9 is score of Clive. So Clive plus 3A is equals to 31. So what can Clive score? Definitely, Clive cannot score. Clive's score has to be more than 4, right? Because 1-1 and 1-1 का स्कोर तो उसने सबको दिया है, तो 4 से तो ज्यादा ही होना चाहिए, राइट? सो द नंबर दैट सेटिस्फाइज दिस, अच्छा, लेट अस फिल द टेबल आल्सो ना, जो दिया है बस उसको फिल करते हैं. Alia, Alia has given yes to the questions asked by both Clive and Dilshan. That means 1-1 will come here, 2-2 will come here, right? The only possible way to get 6 was 1-1-2-2. We also have inferred that only possible way to get a score of 11 is 3-3-3-2. It is given that Dilshan has responded no to Badal. So if Dilshan has responded no to Badal, that means other to others he should have given 3 taps. That also means that a score of C has to be not only more than 4, but in fact it should be much higher, right? It should be greater than 6 at least, right? So let me look at this now. The score of C is it should be greater than 6 now, because C has already given 1 tap and 3 taps. So to other two he should give at least 2 more ones. So greater than 6, may the number that satisfies is 7, because A has to be integer. So if C is equals to 7, the value of A will become 8. So that is one possibility. Clive would have given 7 taps. That is one possibility. The other possibility is, now the next number that will satisfy is Clive is giving 10. If Clive gives 10, then 3A becomes 21 and A becomes 7. This is the other possibility, right? Now, can Clive score 10? What should Clive do to score 10? To score 10, Clive has already scored 4. He should give 3 taps to B and 3 taps to E. But 3 taps to B is not possible because B has scored total of 6. And we have already seen that 6, for if somebody is scoring 6, then only possibility is 1-1-2-2 taps. So 3 cannot come here. If 3 cannot come here, Clive should have scored 7. And that is the answer for this one. First one, 7, right? What was Clive's response to Hassan's question? So far, we cannot say that what was Clive's response, but Clive has scored total of 7, that we have figured out. But for response, we don't know. Hassan has in total got 9. Hassan has in total got 9. So what is the possibility of scoring 9? How can somebody score 9? That we can see. Is there any other information about Hassan that has been given? No. Let us fill out the values for A. Maybe that will give us some more idea about what can be done. So A has tapped total 9 number of times. Against D, already 3 has been filled. So the remaining taps has to be 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Here 3 cannot come. Here 2 cannot come. Here only value that can come is 1. Why? Because 3 तो वैसे ही B ने किसी को भी टैप नहीं किया है, उसने 6 टोटल टैप्स मारे हैं. 2 आ नहीं सकता क्योंकि ये दिया हुआ है कि आलिया ने जिसके आंसर में जो बोला है उस इंसान ने आलिया के आंसर में वो चीज नहीं बोली. सो ओनली पॉसिबिलिटी इज 1. द रिमेनिंग 2 नंबर्स आर 2 and 3 फॉर C and E. ऑलराइट. सो बट E को वो 2 नहीं दे सकता, तो E में तो वो 3 ही जाएगा, तो यहां पर गया 2. राइट. तो अभी ई का हमें एहसान ने क्लाइव पे क्या रिस्पॉन्स दिया है, दैट वी हैव टू टेल. हाउ कैन समबडी कम एट 9 टैप्स के लिए? उसे एक पॉसिबिलिटी है 3-2-2-2 और दूसरी पॉसिबिलिटी होगी 3-3-2-1. राइट. सो now this question you can take a risk. It's a theta question, whether you want to mark Clive के against में, but we need to remember that Clive has scored 7 ना. So अगर we mark for he has scored 7. If I put 3 here, then 7 automatically happens. यहाँ के लिए तो कुछ बचेगा ही नहीं. तो definitely Clive के सामने 3 नहीं आ रहा है. अगर क्लाइव के सामने एहसान और क्लाइव में मैं 1 डाल देता हूं तो दैट can happen. So a risk that you can take at this stage, आंसर तो 1 और 2 के बीच में ही है, whichever you want to mark. Of course, you can fill the entire table and move it. The way forward is B के जो कॉलम्स है उनको फिल कर लो, बिकॉज ये 8 है, ठीक है, यहाँ पर 8 लेकर के आना है, यहाँ पर आपको 8 लेके आना है, यहाँ पर 8 लेके आना है. तो ट्राई फिलिंग अप दी बी, बट आई एम द एज आई सेड, द पर्पस इज नॉट टू सॉल्व द कंप्लीट क्वेश्चन, द पर्पस इज टेकिंग दैट रिस्क. तो क्या हो सकता था वहां पर? ठीक है. अब अगर हम स्कोर लास्ट क्वेश्चन देखें तो यहां पर आपको ना, यू कैन मार्क मे बी 1 और 2, यस और नो में से कुछ एक होगा, कैन नॉट बी डिटरमिन्ड, तो वेरी अनलाइकली. हाउ मेनी यस रिस्पॉन्सेज वे रिसीव्ड ऑल अक्रॉस ऑल द क्वेश्चंस? सो इफ यू सी, ए का स्कोर 6 है, तो 6 कैन कम 1 1 2 2 के तरीके से. बी भी 2 1 मार्क किया, बिकॉज 6 उसका भी स्कोर है. तो 6 लाने का तो एक ही तरीका है, 1 1 2 2. सो 1 1, 2 1 ए ने बोला, 2 1 बी ने बोला. सी का मुझे नहीं पता, डी ने एक भी 1 नहीं बोला. ई मैक्सिमम एक 1 बोला होगा, ई मैक्सिमम एक 1 बोला होगा. तो नाउ वंस अगेन द चॉइस इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू इज वेरी वेरी लिमिटेड. अच्छा, एक चीज और देख सकते हैं आप, सी ने ऑलरेडी 2 बोल दिया है, तो बाकी 6 उसको कैसे ला सकता था? वो 2 2 2 करके तो ला नहीं सकता था, बिकॉज 2 2 2 करके लाएगा तो यहां पर देखो एक 2 हो जाएगा, तो यहां पर भी 2 होना था. दैट मीन्स बी के सारे आंसर में 2 मिलता, बट कह रहा है क्वेश्चन कि कम से कम एक तो मिलना ही चाहिए, तो 2 कैन नॉट कम हियर, राइट? तो वो 2 2 2 करके तो जा नहीं सकता था, तो 6 लाने का जो एक तरीका बचता है वो बचता है 1 2 एंड 3, यही एक तरीका है. तो सी ने भी डेफिनेटली एक 1 तो बोला ही है. अब ई का एक 1 हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता है. तो वंस अगेन यू कुड हैव टेकन दैट रिस्क एंड सेड कि या तो यहां आंसर 5 है या 6 है, एंड मूव दैट, राइट? सो कैलकुलेटेड रिस्क, 2 क्वेश्चंस डेफिनेटली सही हो रहे हैं, 1 और 2. 3 50-50 चांस एंड 4 50-50 चांस, बट 4 में कोई नेगेटिव मार्किंग नहीं है. दैट इज हाउ यू शुड हैव अटेम्प्टेड दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. नाउ filling the table is not a big deal, now you can fill it, but in the exam this question would have taken you around 8 to 10 minutes time, दो तो सही पक्का होते. ठीक है. So this is how you should have picked up the 2 questions of this set and moved ahead.